We're here.
We're here. Is that Joe's phone again?
Yeah, I don't
Sound like you. Have you ever considered putting it on vibrate, Joe?
Yeah, it's on vibrate.
So can I share something with you guys?
Apparently it's not.
My phone is always on silent and do not disturb. Always.
Mine is always on silent, except for after my daughter gets a hold of it and things change.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chris, your reaction to Michael Carter giving Trevor Lawrence some bulletin board material.
I just want to focus on the team. I just want to play football. I'd rather not be doing this, but
here we are.
Joe,
did you see the comments, Joe?
I did not.
Michael Carter said Zach Wilson deserved to be the number 1 overall pick.
Oh,
coming to the defense,
Michael Carter, Duke or North Carolina?
The
North Carolina one.
The running back, yeah.
Okay.
The North Carolina one.
Did he also deserve to be the number 1 running back drafted, or is he cool with that being Najee?
I don't know. He didn't mention that.
Shuby, I noticed that you didn't have any feedback for the Wilson family video.
So Kyle said that there's like a reference that I was supposed to get, and like I didn't get it, and I don't know.
Of course you didn't.
But I don't know if it's just because I'm an idiot or if it's because it's something I haven't seen. Like both are equally possible in this spot.
Have you seen what is it, Step Brothers?
No. So if it's Step Brothers, I've not seen.
Oh my Lord, Chris.
Sorry, but
the tweet was, and it was hilarious. I don't remember who sent it. Like, I don't know who originally sent it out on social media. The Wilson family looks like they're getting ready to pay $1,200 a month.
It looks like they're singing "Sweet Child of Mine" with their $1,200 an hour singing lessons.
Right.
And I watched the video, and I just didn't get it. I just didn't understand. And I'll be honest, I wasn't going to put in the dude Slack, hey, because. Again, Kyle was like, if Chris doesn't get this, I'm going to be annoyed.
Wow, I'm down. Actually, Joe was the one who said if you didn't get it, you'd be disappointed.
Yeah.
And both of you can personally attest to this. We did this on draft week, and there were a bunch of movies I hadn't seen.
You haven't seen anything. You've seen nothing.
So, I'm just disappointed that Mama Wilson has made her Instagram private. I feel like that would have been a factory of content should she kept it open.
Well, yeah, the New York tabloids picked up on it real quick, didn't they?
Man, you hate to see it. We've been robbed.
Welcome to New York.
Hey, gentlemen.
You're not in Provo anymore.
Right.
Gentlemen, you guys want to get this show started? Tell everybody what we're doing here?
No, I want to talk about Zach Wilson.
Okay, please then. Continue.
Oh, let me pop open a mighty swell here. Yeah, I got a mango raspberry tonight.
Oh, my God. That's the same one I have. Here we go. I'm going to
open it. We have so much in common.
Here it goes.
We really do.
Hold on, got to get my nail underneath here. Bad. Sorry.
4 out of 10.
What was Kyle's? Kyle's wasn't that good either.
It was at least a 7 out of 10 compared to that.
No,
it's crisp.
Probably a 6.
It was crisp, just like this mighty swell.
All right, we're getting started here.
Okay. What's better than this? Guys being dudes here on the Draft Dudes live stream. Welcome. It's Thursday night. Mighty Swell, our good friends, they make this possible for you. And, man, this stuff is good. Mango raspberry tonight. I know, Kyle, you're also enjoying a mango raspberry.
There's the mango and the raspberry. All
this will be after we get done. It's wife and I. We're going to go sit on the patio, and there will be many more Mighty Swells consumed this night. So,
I have an admin item that I'd like, Chris. Can you make a note of this when we get to? Does my camera look blurry, Colin?
Colin, don't do this because now he's going to spend.
Now it's even worse.
See, Colin, this is your fault.
Colin, you've done this to all of us.
This is completely your fault, Colin, because it was fine. It was a little blurry, but I wasn't going to say anything, and you said it.
What I can do.
It looks like you're in a fish tank now.
I might be. Can you remind me to tell Rob that I no longer have like the skid mark in your underwear haircut, so I need a new photo for the intro video. Can you just make a note of that so I can remember to say something to Rob the next time?
I will make a note of that. I don't know if I will transcribe it completely the way you just dictated it. But
no, it needs to be that way.
It needs to
I
be.
will.
Okay,
I will
hold on. I'm gonna get my camera. Joe, you and Chris want to tell everybody what we're doing here real quick?
Between the skid mark in your underwear and then and tomorrow's podcast, you will see him call a quarterback.
No.
Just Kyle's analogies have been on point, and I think we just need to make sure they keep rolling here tonight because
hey everybody,
what'd you do?
We're back.
Some alcohol on there.
I'm like that guy that comes up to your windshield when you're at the red light.
There we go.
Got to take care of another analogy. Nailed it.
Oh boy. All right, Shuby, what's happening here? This is going to be a lot of fun here starting on Thursday nights right now.
We are embarking on a journey. The Thursday night streams are going to change a little bit. And I know that change sometimes is the chat doesn't like change, but just hear me out here. Just let me get through this and then tell me what you guys think. But we are, I have PlayoffPredictors.com open up here on another screen.
The best website on the planet.
And we are going to spend the next month or so, each Thursday stream, the Monday stream will stay the same. We're going to spend each Thursday stream going 2 divisions at a time, predicting all of the games for that specific team. And we're doing this exercise here in May and into June. And it's going to culminate in us making a Super Bowl prediction here on the show, which we can change at any given time. But we're going to do this here on the show.
And we will.
And what the end result is going to be. So if you join us on this journey when we are going to predict every NFL game for the 2021 season, when it is all said and done, we are going to have what we think the draft order for 2022 is going to be. And this entire process is going to culminate here on the live stream with the first Draft Dudes 2022 mock draft. How about that? So you join us on this journey, probably 6 or 7 weeks or so. And when it is all done, you will hear the guys give out their first mock draft for 2022 here on the live stream.
May or may not have peeped a little Sam Howell film today.
How'd it go? Besides,
better than expected? Better than expected? Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
So that is what we are going to do here. We are doing the NFC North and the NFC East on tonight's show. Those are the 2 divisions that we have taken it upon ourselves to decide to do.
But
if
you have topical things in the comments you'd like to throw out
there,
we can casually banter about those things, So I want to make sure everybody knows that this is still a all-inclusive. We're doing a little bit of everybody. This is not a Shub idea.
I think it was a collaborative idea, actually.
This is Kyle's thing.
Kyle loves playoff predictors, and then we ultimately came to the decision that we'll culminate with the mock draft. So not my idea, but I appreciate you thinking that I come up with all the good ideas.
The mock draft was my idea.
The mock was it you? Yeah, so it was a
so I had nothing to do with this then, is what we're learning here. I had nothing to do with this.
You affirmed Kyle, and all Kyle needs is a little affirmation sometimes, and things happen. So
you guys ready?
Yes. Pull her up. Oh my God.
Oh, there she is.
There she is.
There she is.
There she is. PlayoffPredictors.com.
The greatest website in the history of mankind. What are you doing?
No, just messing with you.
What are you doing?
Listen, buddy, I know your Super Bowl prediction already. So
you do.
You go ahead and pick the Steelers there. I think we'll be okay.
Are we ready? Do we want to do the NFC North first?
Let's do the North first, and we're assuming let's start, I guess, with the Packers. Are we? We assuming that the Packers are going to have Aaron Rodgers this year, because that's something we have to decide.
I'm willing to let the chat influence us here, but I don't think we can assume that he's going to play someplace else until he actually is.
I would agree.
I think that's the only way to do this.
On a much smaller scale, last year we did this before Cam Newton signed with the Patriots.
Oh, yeah, and then we went back and tinkered with it a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. So we will do
I think we buffed them like a game, and we should have left them because it was where we ended up. In the first place was where they were before we did it with Cam.
Okay. Right. So with that being said, I have it up here on the smaller screen here. So if you guys see me looking away, it's because it's on a different monitor. And yes, Dolphins craze. This is how our approach is going to be. It's going to be the way we see these teams right now. Obviously, things will change, injuries will happen, but right now is the way that we're doing this to determine the first mock draft that we are going to do for the 2022 season. Okay, I'll just shout out the games for those of you following along. It's Kyle and Joe. I am only making a pick if a tiebreaker is needed. If they are split on the result of a game, I will be the ultimate tiebreaker. But this is Kyle and Joe. leading the charge here. Packers Saints week 1.
Packers. New quarterback with the Saints.
You don't think they're not going to have anything special cooked up for that game? Sean Payton, he's been waiting his whole life for this. He's been waiting his whole life to just unleash Taysom Hill in all his fury.
Yeah, I'm good with the Packers.
Okay, I will also take the Packers. It's just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, thank you.
Lions, Packers.
Packers.
Yeah, let's not, for the sake of not making this more difficult than it has to be, I'll go
Packers. 49ers.
We're expecting Jimmy G.
For those of you interested, Kyle the Commish is taking bets at over/under tiebreakers for the entire stream, set at 1.5. Jamie, I'm not putting that comment up. I'm just not doing it. Just not doing it. It's not happening.
Oh. Joe, what do you lean on this one?
49ers. I think their run game would give Green Bay a lot of problems.
Historically, it has, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's on the road. On a short week for Green Bay.
Oh, yeah, because it's Monday night. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take San Francisco. That's fine.
Steelers, Packers.
Packers.
Bengals. Packers, Bears.
Pause.
Okay. Pause. Have a conversation. Sure.
It's in Chicago. Chicago's defense is rock solid.
You got to ask yourself who the quarterback is in week 6 of the season for the Bears.
Right.
I'm fine with going split here with Chicago.
Especially because Green Bay's got Chicago week 14 coming off the bye.
So you want to give them this one?
Yeah.
The one off the bye and give the Bears this one here?
You're going to hear that a lot from us. We will settle on a lot of splits.
And I'm okay with splits, but we just need to decide which games we're giving splits to because you guys like to look at winning streaks. Those are things that matter to you guys. So I just want us to be fair. The football team against the Packers. We spent a lot of time talking about the football team on the Friday edition of the show.
Yeah, but I think Green Bay, if we have them losing to Chicago, they come back and win this game at home.
Okay. Yes, bounce back.
Packers Cardinals short week Thursday night football.
It's a unique offense to deal with.
In Arizona on a short week. Didn't we see it was last year the whole Thursday night home game thing kind of got thrown for a loop, right? But you don't know if it was because there were no fans in the stands and all that kind of stuff.
I think that matters.
Chris, how ruckus is a Arizona Cardinals game?
It will be ruckus in favor of the road team.
Okay, so it sounds like we're picking Green Bay.
I can get behind Green Bay here, especially because they got to have this one with Kansas City and Seattle coming up as their next 2 games.
Okay. I mean, Kyle Kamish has a good point there. This team's 26-6 over the last 2 regular seasons. They're not a worse football team now than they've been over the last 2 years.
Right. Correct. Yeah, especially since we are assuming that Rodgers is still their quarterback, right? Yes. So I think
I'd be surprised if they win third. I guess it'd be 14-3. I'd be surprised if they have 3 losses at the end of yet another season. That's a very high bar to set, but they're going to be a good team this year.
You guys already have them with 2 losses, just to be
correct.
Be transparent. Yes. Packers, Chiefs.
I could see it.
I like the Chiefs.
Chiefs, and then give me Green Bay at home against Seattle.
Yeah. Joe,
following
okay with this? Okay.
Yeah, Packers even though it's
go ahead.
I was going to say extra rest for Seattle in that one, but I think
they're kind of at a deficit this year with that.
Right. Yeah.
Packers at the Vikings.
Packers.
Rams at Packers.
Ooh, that's a fun game. Rams with extra rest too. Matthew Stafford.
Was that what the little bed means?
Yeah, it means the other team's coming off the bye. See, Chris, I told you, PlayoffPredictors.com.
This is a very good website.
What's the date of this game?
Sunday, November 28th. It's Thanksgiving week. A lot of tryptophan.
Will this be cold enough to influence
on November 28th in Green Bay?
I mean,
it's gonna be cold.
Right, that's what I mean.
40s, 50s, something like that. I mean, if the Rams can run the football like I think they can, and that was kind of the deciding factor with the 49ers game, I could see the Rams doing this. Now, it is a home game for Green Bay. I think you give the Packers the win here. At home.
Okay. You go Packers?
I'm not going to fight. I don't have enough conviction to fight Joe on it, so I'm okay with that.
Just for the record, I would have tie-breaked for the Rams there in that spot.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yes, I would.
I want to give this one to the Ravens, though.
At home?
Yes.
I mean, you talk about teams that can run the football.
Yeah, and it's an unfamiliar opponent. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think Green Bay's seen Lamar, right? Like, that's a lot to deal with in terms of
you're not experienced with it.
Yeah, on the road.
Plus,
they don't play anybody like that team.
Plus, consider the team that they would have prepared for the week before, not running a very similar offense to what Baltimore runs, and then the team after. It's kind of in a weird spot where you have to travel on the road to a team that
give me Baltimore here.
Joe?
Yes.
Okay. Just so you know, we have and you can see it on the screen, we have the Packers undefeated at home, but struggling on the road.
Which is, for good teams, a lot of times what you'd expect. Maybe not struggling on the road, but...
Well, all 4 of their losses are road losses right now.
Right.
Now, trying to influence the next,
that's
3.
It's a lot of respect for the home field advantage that is Lambeau Field. You know what I mean? Like, that's fine with me.
It's a bad matchup, but I want to give it to Green Bay.
I do too. Give them the benefit of the doubt against one of these teams, which we kind of did against the Rams, but this is a home game.
Are we splitting the Vikings games, or are we giving them both?
I kind of want to. Are they really going to go undefeated? Or no, they did lose a game to Chicago. Okay.
This is week 17. I mean, what do we think Minnesota's going to be like at this point in the season? Is this one that we come back to after we get to the Vikings?
We can always do that. We're not on a good pace to finish both divisions, so you guys are really
okay. So this is how it always works, Chris. Welcome to the
party. That's fine.
Let's leave the Minnesota game, and we're going to agree that they beat Detroit, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll leave it there, and that's a playoff game. So I know.
I was just kidding. We will leave that until the later stream. Okay, so now you want which schedule? Now do you want up there?
Let's go to Minnesota.
Minnesota up.
Yeah.
Okay,
do them next.
Oh, sorry.
Kind of an odd team to get a feel for, aren't they?
Who knows? I think they'll be a middling team.
Okay, Bengals week 1.
Vikings.
Yeah, I think Vikings.
Cardinals week 2. The Patrick Peterson revenge game.
Cards.
Yeah, I kind of want to go Arizona here.
Okay. Cards.
Seahawks Vikings.
Man, I think that Seattle's receiving core is just going to be a lot for them to deal with.
Seattle.
Yeah.
Browns, this is Vikings? A fun one. This is a fun game. Dalvin versus Nick and Kareem. Run the ball.
I think the Browns are the better team, but they're on the road.
Cleveland's got too much talent. And this is early in the season. Not that Cleveland's a cold weather team anyway. So
Dome. I go Cleveland.
Yes. Cleveland, Minnesota. Kind of want to go Minnesota again, Jill.
Yeah, it's fine. Both teams coming off the bye.
Both teams coming off a bye in week 8. Yep.
I kind of want to go Dallas.
Explain yourself, because I kind of want to go Minnesota for the fact that I think Minnesota's defense is better, and I think they can play clock control and limit the number of possessions in the game.
That's a good point. They can run the football. I was going to say
they're going to shorten the game.
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say that Dallas could. I think they'll throw it all over Minnesota with the receivers, but I do think Dalvin Cook.
They'll take the air out of the ball.
Right. What I think about the Cowboys' defensive line. Give me Minnesota at home.
Then they get the Ravens coming off the bye.
Yeah, Baltimore.
They have to go to the Chargers.
Chargers at home.
Go Chargers, go.
The 49ers in week 12.
49ers.
Yeah, I think at home. Yeah.
Yep.
The Lions, week 13.
I say we give the Lions a win here.
Really?
If we don't, Kyle, they're going to be 0-17 before we know it. A divisional game late in the season at home.
Okay.
What a team was in San Francisco the week before. I mean, they're going
so
to
Minnesota's going to do the same exact thing they did this, like where they're cold and then they get
and
hot
they just
late.
get hot at the end.
Yeah, because it's going to happen. Like I'm giving them the win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I think so. Thursday night at home. Yeah.
Then they go Monday night against the Bears.
Which one of these teams always owns this matchup? I can never remember.
It's the Bears because Kirk Cousins can't beat the Bears.
They play 2 out of 3 weeks here, or 2 out of 4.
No, yes, they do. I'm so used to 18 being a playoff game on playoff predictors that
right.
I have to train my brain to.
Man, this is a tough schedule here for Minnesota.
Yeah, they got to play the North.
It feels like they're only going to play. To me, and I'm not trying to influence you guys, it feels like there are only 2 wins here. The rest of the way, they feel like a 7-10, 6-11 football team.
I would agree here. Can I get a split with Minnesota and Chicago?
Sure. Yeah. How do you want to divvy up this?
Home.
Okay, so
home and
give
home.
the home
Always
team.
when in doubt, just go home and home.
Okay.
I like the Rams as a dome team. Being able to come in.
Stafford's played there before. That matters, right?
Yes.
So
yes,
familiar with the environment. A little Saturday special, by the way.
So we have the Vikings at 6-10.
So you're either going to make them 7-10 or 6-11.
Hey, we always have the opportunity to go back and look at things. If we don't,
do.
So
can we give this to Minnesota for the fact that I don't think we gave Minnesota a lot of benefit of the doubt, and I think we did give Green Bay a fair amount of benefit of the doubt.
That's fair. That's fair.
And just understanding we might not necessarily nail down week by week every single pick, but like at the end of the day, we want to feel good about the range that we have the teams in. And I think Green Bay at 12-5 is perfectly reasonable. Minnesota at 7-10 is probably on the bottom half of where we would expect to project them, but they got a tough schedule, man.
Can we find them another win? Would you feel better if it was 8-9?
Why don't we come back?
All right.
So if Paige is in the room, then I think we need to name every one of these games as a victory.
Is Paige here?
I don't know if Paige
speak
is here.
now or forever hold your peace.
Or you run the risk of us thinking your team isn't going to be very good. So we'll give it a second here.
Rams.
Okay.
Joe, how much stock do you put into first-year quarterback in McVay's system in the first game?
How do we even know the answer to that?
I know. I mean, I get Chicago's got the same situation going on. I understand. I'm just kind of.
And they're home.
Oh, true. And they didn't like last year was the first year in the stadium, and they didn't have anybody there.
Right.
So this is okay. Yep, I'm in. Rams.
Okay. Bears in week 2 against the Bengals.
Yeah.
Bears.
Browns.
I think Browns at home. I just don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
Kyle's thinking about it.
I can go with Cleveland. That's fine. Bears here.
What do you want to do here?
What are contrasting styles? I think Chicago actually matches up defensively quite well against the Raiders' offense.
I do agree. And the Raiders are at home. That would be somewhat of a neutralizer.
This is a very good point.
Here's the thing. Are the Raiders going to have a home field advantage if nobody can afford the tickets to go to the game?
That's
genuine
fair.
Question. And like,
I think enough people will be in the building to where there will be a home field advantage.
And remember, this Raiders team last year was 8-8. You know, like
they were.
They're not a joke like sometimes I think we want to make them.
But I'm not super high on them this year, but
I don't think they're moving in the right direction. And I feel like they are. I think there's a lot of friction in that building right now.
No, I think it's the Raiders here. Week 5.
I'm going to go Raiders.
All right. Well, then I'm boned, but I'd have picked Chicago.
No, you're not.
Page,
you're not.
So
you could take the Bears and push it to a tiebreaker. Maybe you can convince me. I don't know.
You just said you were going to take the Raiders, Chris. So go ahead and pick the Raiders and let's move on.
I don't know why you're getting
upset. Me out like that.
I don't know why you're getting upset with me. You agreed to the tiebreaker rules.
That's fine, but you dropped what you were going to pick before we even went to tiebreaker, so there's no point.
Sorry.
Chicago played them pretty played the Bucks pretty tight last
did.
year.
They did they not beat them last time they played them?
Not in the playoffs.
But the Thursday night game.
Yeah, Chicago won, didn't they?
Yeah. That was when people thought the sky was falling in Tampa.
Chris, can you just pull up the Bucks schedule to see who they play in week 6 and who they
Sure.
play in week 8?
Sure. They play the Eagles in week 6.
On Thursday, so they get an extra 3 days of rest going into the Bears game.
And then they play the Saints.
Oh, is this a trap game, Joe? You know I love a good trap game.
I know you do. The Saints aren't the Saints from last year. This is Jameis.
I understand, but New Orleans swept them in the regular season last year.
I mean, you trying to find a reason to give this to Chicago?
Kind of, a little bit.
Very much what he's trying to do.
I mean, I'd rather give you the Raiders win than this one.
Oh, that's not an option.
Sure. They can have it.
We're giving it to them?
Yeah. If we don't do this kind of stuff, the Buccaneers are going to be 17-0.
Right. We'll get to the
because
end and
they're
we'll
going
say,
to be
wow,
favored in every
whiz.
game. Right.
So somebody in the comments was asking, Alex asking, how much are the Raiders tickets? So the cheapest ticket for the season opener against Baltimore is $848 is the cheapest ticket in the building for the season opener. And you might say, oh, wow, okay, like that's the first game played in the stadium for the regular season. That's cool. But the cheapest ticket for the Dolphins game in week 3 is $500. The cheapest ticket.
So there was a question in the comments, and I think we are assuming that Andy Dalton is the starter week 1. I do think we need to consider when we're doing this, when we think a transition could occur, if one would occur. I think that needs to factor into what you guys are doing here.
Well, what if you gave him L's here against? We changed Tampa to an L. We gave him an L against San Francisco. And we gave him an L against Pittsburgh going into the bye.
And then you come out of the bye against Baltimore.
Martindale.
Here you go,
you
Justin.
Might wait one more week. Yeah, week 12.
Because then you get the Lions on the road. You get the Cardinals at home. I mean, listen, he's going to have to play the Packers eventually.
It's going to happen in week 4.
Yeah.
Fields is a quarterback in week 4.
Okay.
Yeah, they start 1 and 2, push the panic button a little bit.
Okay, then I'd like to change this then.
Oh.
I'd like to, if Justin Fields is the starter in week 5, I'd like to change this.
They're not beating the Bucks with Todd Bowles against a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, then I would agree. We'll
do this. We'll do one of these.
But he beats Aaron Rodgers in their first start. That's fine. That's fine.
We're not even halfway through the division.
Chris,
I'm just saying.
We'll be all right.
We'll keep us moving here.
We'll be all right.
All right, so we have Trey Lance versus
Justin Fields, which is fun.
Home. Give me the home team.
You're good with this, Kyle? I just wanted to.
That's fine. And then give me Pittsburgh at home on Monday night with that defense against a rookie quarterback.
Okay. Bears coming off a bye against the Ravens.
Probably Baltimore.
Ooh, is this another Lions win?
Thursday at home. This is Thanksgiving Day, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
But then I'll take the bounce back win.
Sure.
With the extra rest against Arizona.
Yep.
Okay, so we've got Seattle.
Seattle at home late in the season.
I think I'll take the home team in these last 2 games. Go Seattle and then Chicago.
Yeah.
8-9.
The 8-9 current playoff Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we've picked like 3 teams, sir. That's about the right strike zone.
I would agree.
Give me San Francisco week 1. Give me Baltimore week 3. We have not given Cincinnati any benefit of the doubt this far.
They are 0-3 in the game.
Yeah, they win this one. They win
Cincinnati. Rams.
Stafford revenge game.
Call me crazy, but I think Detroit wins at home against Philadelphia.
Give it to me.
Philadelphia's going to get ugly this year as far as I'm concerned.
We're doing that division next, so.
Steelers?
Yeah, I think the Steelers.
Browns.
Yep. Denver, it's a better team.
Okay.
That's interesting.
I mean, I could very easily see a scenario where you guys have the Lions losing the last 5 games of the season. So
I think we give them one of Arizona or in Atlanta. Give
me the Atlanta win for them.
And then we'll do this and this.
Yeah.
And they're 4-13. Does that feel right?
I hate 17 games. None of these feel right because there's 17 games.
So right now we have the NFC North, the 12-5 Packers, the 8-9 Bears, the 7-10 Vikings, and the 4-13 Lions.
I think that's the right order. Do you feel like we should find another win for Minnesota? Or are you comfortable with the 7-10?
We got 5 more Thursdays to get it right.
Yep. We can always go back and revisit another division.
We've done this a million times, Joe, where we get in and we look at like a team that we do later and we're like, man, we've got them winning a bunch in a row. Like maybe we flip this around and give this other team a win here.
This will pick up as we get further into the schedule because
games will be
less games to pick. So
let's do our football team, gentlemen.
Our football team. The brand. Let's go. We gonna start rough and take an L against the Chargers, though?
No.
Really?
That's a new coaching staff the Chargers have. You know what I mean? And I guess we'll see if Rashawn Slater can still block Chase Young, right?
What if they have Derwin James?
I like the more established team.
I'm gonna go with Chargers here.
I'm forcing the vote. Washington.
So you have Washington. You have the Chargers, Kyle.
It feels wrong, but yes.
Come on, now we're not starting off with an L. Are you kidding me? New coaching staff.
Give me a dub over
Ryan
the Giants
Fitzpatrick.
on Thursday night.
Are you kidding me? Of course.
Oh, is it Thursday? Okay.
Thursday night. Yeah, you know what? Nick is making my argument for me. It's a completely new offensive line versus the Washington front seven. I will take the Washington front seven at home. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I think this is
Bills.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Washington.
Yeah. Washington. They're going to create turnovers on who, like, if you want to try and do QB run stuff with Taysom, that's fine. If you want to have Jameis throw it, he's going to turn the ball over a ton.
This is a fun game right here.
Ice cold takes here.
Yep. That is a bad take,
sir.
Vontel, I will tell you this. I have so much belief in Washington, and I know these friends are watching the show right now. I have a lunch bet with a buddy I said I think Washington will finish with a better record than Arizona. That's how much I believe in this Washington football team. But I think they lose this game to the Chiefs.
L to the Chiefs.
Man, that's okay.
You
want it,
sir? There's a difference between liking Washington,
right,
okay.
and saying they're going to beat
Kansas
City.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
We give them a bounce back after 2 straight losses here, right?
Yes, because I'm going to have them lose the following week.
So they come out of the bye and then they
Washington
lose.
just got a gift here.
Vontel, you got to listen to tomorrow's podcast, brother. We talk plenty about Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Wait, how does Washington walk into Tampa, Kansas City, and Buffalo? Who's the other team? And Green Bay. They play all the conference championship teams from last year.
It's not great.
Just to get for winning the division.
It's not great.
Jeez, man. They play Cleveland too. Unreal. No, they don't. Okay.
The chat's trying to will this upset to be a thing here against the Bucks.
I mean, depending on how we pick the rest of the season to go, I can get behind it, but I guarantee you I'm going to look at the back half of the schedule for Washington and I'm going to go, that's a bunch of dubs.
Guys, they almost beat him in the playoffs with Taylor Heineke. And they're a better football team.
And Tampa's got everybody back.
Okay, it was the same roster. Washington got better. Tampa stayed the same.
I'm picking Tampa. If you guys do with it what you want, I'm picking Tampa to win this game.
All right, I'll go Tampa as well, but I think we're going to have to go and find 2 or 3 losses for them.
I hate this. Absolutely can't stand
Chris, you're the tiebreaker, sir.
It's unbelievable.
And this is what I'm like. We might get one L the rest of the way. I'll pick them to beat Carolina with the offensive line Carolina has.
Yeah, it's Washington's winning that game.
Tear them to shreds. Okay. At home, Monday night, Seattle coming across the country.
Football team.
I'll go football team here, too.
Yeah. Split with Dallas.
Home and home?
Yeah.
Okay. Man, Eagles got that week 14 bye. That stinks. Do you think they split,
this is so
Joe?
soft at the end.
Yes,
all these
that's what I
division
mean.
games.
That's what I mean.
Oh, my God. Yeah, we can't pick on to beat Tampa under these circumstances.
Because we're going to pick. No, I don't even think they split.
You want to do that?
Washington swept them this past year, didn't they?
So they're gonna
They beat them week 1, and then they.
Yeah. Okay.
What about the Philadelphia team? Can they hang their hat on as a strength going up against Washington? Not a single thing.
They're skill players. I mean, they'll be losing Ertz by the time the season rolls around.
Ertz might be gone before the season starts.
And even if they have Ertz on the roster, he's slowed down so much.
Give me a Jordan Hicks for Zach Ertz swap. Who says no?
So you got Dallas Goedert, right? And that's a nice one to have. But like the rest of the skill players there in Philadelphia, the quarterback with Jalen Hurts, the offensive line, defensively, they're a mess.
I mean, a huge coaching edge to the football team.
Correct.
Like, huge.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, I'm good with it. What do you think about the Giants winning in Week 18?
I mean, they'll be 11-5 at this point. Washington will probably have division locked up.
I say give them the Giants. They'll probably be locked into the 4 seed.
Okay, that's fine.
So
11-6.
The 11-6 Washington
football team.
And by the way, because I can see Von Tell, I can see other people in the chat talking about this. The love affair that the three of us and a lot of other people have with Washington, I know everybody likes to focus on Ryan Fitzpatrick. It goes well beyond that, okay? Well beyond that. Look at the rest of that roster, please, before you have this argument. Okay.
William Jackson in that secondary is Fuller's back.
Curtis Samuel in that offense with Antonio Gibson and Terry McLaurin. Oh, it's just going to be beautiful.
Brown, Logan Thomas is coming into his
beautiful.
Own. Got Charles Leno at left tackle now. It's a good team, man.
This is a good team.
Our Washington football
team. G-Man. All right, let's do it.
What a tough team to deal with here. Isn't it? Like, you know what I mean? They got a good defense, right? Like,
yeah, man. Like, both of these teams are train wrecks to try and forecast for. Denver and New York.
Home team. Just go with the friggin' home team.
Von Tell, listen to tomorrow's show. I will not stand for the Ryan Fitzpatrick
it's
slander anymore.
It's slander and it's ridiculous.
Will not stand for it.
Home team. Giants.
Giants tiebreaker is the home team. Okay.
Dolphins craze. Listen to tomorrow's podcast. He might be closer than you think.
Oh, stop. Don't tease top 10. He's not top 10. He's not even close. Top 10.
I mean, all right. I won't give away too much of the show.
Chris, stop. There's being respectful of Fitz, and then there's whatever is trying to happen right now, and we're not going to do it.
I like the Giants in Week 3 as the with Atlanta and all the new coaches that they have. Turnover.
Okay.
A team that's
Atlanta's still trying to get their footing about them and figuring out who can do what on the new team.
Yeah, I will say Saints here though.
Saints.
I think we go ahead and
split. I'm good with a Dallas Cowboys split. So go ahead and take that week 15 and we'll give them a dub.
I like the Rams
L to the Rams. Yep. Yeah. L to the Rams. Feel like we haven't done Carolina. I mean,
we really haven't.
You have them as 0-2 right now. You've only given them 2 losses, so
yeah,
hasn't been that brutal.
I could tell by the way we feel about it that it could get dicey. I say let's go Carolina here.
I agree.
I'm just going to do this for you guys. Make this pretty simple.
Yep. I can tell you right now, I'm not going to advocate for anybody in the NFC East beating Kansas City this year. So we'll get that formality out of the way. Raiders is interesting though, coming off the bye.
Yeah, I could see that.
I could see
Raiders win.
Could you though? I could see this being a Giants win.
Okay. I mean, I don't feel strong about the Raiders.
Well,
but
and the reason why is like the Raiders, they run the football, right? Dave Gettleman's done one thing great, and that's put a bunch of guys in place in the middle of the defensive line that can stop the run. They do have Xavier McKinney, who nobody's going to match up one-on-one with Darren Waller. Let's be completely transparent. But McKinney, I think in year 2, can give you a little something against tight ends. I don't like a lot of what I see from the Raiders defense. I don't think they even got a whole lot better this offseason defensively from where they were last year. Give me the Giants. Give me the Giants. I think they'll push them around up front too.
Okay. Daniel Jones off a bye against Tampa.
Hey, last time Daniel Jones played the Bucs, he won. Do you remember that? That was the first game he showed up.
His debut, he had the big run up the field. We talked about this last night, Joe.
Yeah. I say we split with the Eagles.
I'm good with that.
Miami.
So we're what, 6-9?
Yep.
Yeah, going to that's technically December, right?
December 5th and December 12th.
Miami wins.
I think Miami's got a better roster and a better coach.
I wish we could find. I want to give this win to the Chargers, but I want to go find a win for the Giants. I want to get them to 7.
Okay. We could be looking at the Panthers game.
Yeah,
I think you need to revisit the Raider game as well.
We have them.
We'd be giving another win away, Chris.
I want to get the
Joe
Giants.
saying he
I thought you guys gave that game to the Raiders. Sorry.
What about Chicago?
Now we're going to Chicago at 7-10.
7-10.
No, they're better than that.
Which, in fairness, Joe wanted to move the Vikings a little bit closer, so this is another way of doing that.
No, it's going the wrong way.
I feel like Carolina's the
Carolina's the easy game, and we'll still have another 14 games to pick. Sam.
The chat has absolutely lost their mind tonight. They've just lost it.
Joe, you can't see the comments, can you?
Yeah, I can. I just
you can.
You're just ignoring them. You're
They're
doing a
just
better job.
Shooting into the wind, like I mean.
I got to go full screen. I can't read these slanderous comments anymore. So chat is closed for me. Chris, can you recap what we have? So football
far,
team at 11-6.
We have the football team at 11-6. We have the Giants at 7-10. So far, the Cowboys 2-3. The Eagles 1-4. Those are the last 2 teams that we were doing here tonight. And for those of you that maybe are just popping, we are predicting every game of the 2021-22 regular season over the course of the next 6 weeks, including the playoffs, including the Super Bowl, and it will all add up to our final, what we think the 2022 NFL draft order will be. And you will get the first Draft Dudes mock draft of the 2022 cycle when it is all said and done. So that is the prize of coming along this journey with us, is that when this is all said and done, we are going to have what we think the final records will be. It will lead us to our draft order, which will then allow us to give you the first 2022 NFL mock draft.
All right.
This team's going to be a pain.
Well, they burned us the last 2 years. Dallas.
Right, so we're not going to be too high on them. I guarantee you that.
Fool
me twice, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Right, yeah. So Bucks. Chargers.
What's the over-under on this game, you think?
58.
55 and a half.
I was going to say like 61.
Just up and down.
Ton of points.
Just up and down.
Give me the Cowboys at home on Monday night, though.
Yep.
Man, are we going to do the disrespect to the Panthers once again?
No, I think Carolina's defense is good enough.
And Dallas'
they both
defense
have really
is bad.
Right, like Carolina's defense is good enough. Dallas's defense is bad. Both have really good offensive weapons. It's
so the better quarterback should win at home. Like it should be Dallas, but
who's the better coach? Because I'm not convinced the answer here is Mike McCarthy.
I don't know if the answer is Matt Rule though either.
Yeah, neither do I. But I'm just saying, like, we did not do Carolina any favors. We literally took a game out of their mouth.
Okay, keep pounding.
Keep pounding. Patriots.
Patriots. Mac Jones being the starting quarterback makes that a little bit interesting. But I like the scheme of Belichick.
I could see Dallas taking this one though against Denver.
Yeah,
the quarterback play dynamic is so stark.
But that Denver defense,
and Dallas has enough weapons to spread you out
at home. They can't lose to Carolina and Denver at home. Right. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right.
Right.
Win.
Dallas win?
Yeah, Dan Quinn against his former team. They're going to be up for that.
Oh, revenge game? Okay.
Oh, Dan Quinn revenge game. Very good.
I'm cool with it. I mean, that's another one where I think the over-under is going to be monstrous, right? And it was last year, too. I mean, the points in that game last year were, like, unbelievable. Cowboys versus Raiders. This is the Thanksgiving
just so you know,
game.
I gave the Chiefs the victory. I don't know if you saw me do that. Okay,
correct decision to make.
Okay.
It's the correct decision to make.
Figured I would just move us along.
Joe, do you think we go 1-1 here between these two games?
Yeah, but
back-to-back Thursday night games, by the way.
But it's Dallas and then New Orleans.
So it's the Cowboys on a short week for Thanksgiving.
We'll go home team. We are not picking road teams at all here.
You have the Cowboys 0-8 on the road so far. May want to adjust that a little bit.
I'd say give the road team each of the next two.
The 7-10 Dallas Cowboys. Tied with the Giants, but win on the divisional tiebreaker.
1-8 away.
1-8 on the road feels a little adventurous.
Look at their home slate. They got crappy games. They don't play anybody hard.
Okay, now Joe, you wanted to give the Cowboys the win in week 2 against the Chargers?
I don't necessarily want to, but we can.
Do you want to give them a road win in week 6 against the Patriots?
We'll get
I'd rather give them week 2.
Homerism there. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go give them the win in week 2. Especially they have extra time to prepare for that game.
So they'll have that.
We can talk ourselves into it.
Yeah. I'm comfortable here.
Okay.
Man, 8-9 feels a little high for this team, but okay.
Well, if there's a game that I would switch, it would be Dallas beating Arizona in week 17.
So you'd want them to go to 9-8 then?
There's no 500 teams anymore. No, I'm comfortable with this.
Okay.
You can't have that defense, man. It's bad.
Right, but they're still second in the division with that defense. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Then have Philadelphia winning in week 18.
That's something I could see.
Do we want to split those?
Yeah, but the whole point in changing stuff around was to get Dallas another road win. We're not doing this.
Okay. All right. So we're okay.
Right? Because now they're back to 1-8 on the road, and we're like, oh, gee whiz, they win one game on the road.
I just think personally, like if I was doing my predictions, I would have Giants in second place in the division, but I don't disagree with any of the logic that we used to get to this point.
Well, what's the number one thing? Quarterback. Dak is a markedly better quarterback than Daniel Jones.
I mean, and then if you want to come back and we want to give the Giants, because I think I saw in the chat, I think it was Vontel was like the Giants have won like 5 in a row against Washington football team. If we want to give the Giants another win, give them another win against the Washington football team. Washington still wins the division.
Right. Hell, let's do it right now. Do we have them sweeping them? Let's go.
No, we had them split. We had them split.
Oh, so they're going to lose.
They're not losing this. They're not losing game week 2 Thursday night at home. I'm sorry. It's just not happening.
And we already have them losing the other one.
We have them losing the other one. So
right, week 18.
You're not going to convince me.
Okay, so let's do Philadelphia and we'll be good.
Okay. The Falcons in week 1.
Falcons,
49ers.
Yeah.
Chiefs, Panthers. Bucks.
This is brutal.
Raiders.
Okay, so let's slow down and find a win or two here.
Okay,
we're in trouble.
Everybody they can beat the Jets.
Okay, wait a minute. Everybody, just take a deep breath because we very quickly got to 1-12. So we need to just hit the brakes real quick and just consider where we're at.
What's like the Vegas over under, like the for the Eagles? Where's that at?
Let me look.
Because I mean, like, not that I want to be.
No, but you want to get a gauge of where Vegas.
Yeah, like. If it's okay to be this low on Philly, then let's be this low. But if we're just,
I would expect like 5.
It's what I'm thinking. 5.5, something like that. I mean,
Okay,
Jalen Hurts, pretty much a bad roster. Nothing scary in terms of weapons.
The Philadelphia Eagles win total is 6.5.
Okay. I smashed the under on that, but.
By the way, the Washington football team is 8, apparently. So
we got them at 12?
We have them at
11.
10 if we wanted to switch one of those games. So we got some wiggle room in what we think.
Okay.
But just to be clear, the Jets and Eagles are both at 6.5 on their win total. The Texans are 4.5, the Lions are 5. So you don't have a lot of low teams on the list.
So they're one of the bottom 5
yes.
lines.
Yes.
Okay.
Green Bay's off the board right now for obvious reasons.
And if we look at the games that we've picked, Philly could beat Atlanta.
They could beat Carolina.
They could beat Carolina. Could they beat the Chargers?
They're home. They could beat the Chargers, yes.
And that's a cross-country trip. Is that a 1 o'clock game?
Is it a 1 o'clock start? 3 p.m. Eastern.
No, that's not true. I think they're all listed at 3 p.m.
Okay, I'm just telling you what. No, this one says 2 p.m. Eastern. Oh, is there a time change that occurs in here? Might be.
Detroit is in Central Time Zone. So I would assume that's a 1 o'clock game. And if it's a West Coast team coming across the country for a 1 o'clock game.
Give me the East Coast team.
It's a little bit of a letdown, right? It's a long travel trip. We need to find some wins for Philly. I think we gave the Chargers the benefit of the doubt in one of the other games that we picked. So give me Philly here. We're not going to pick a 1-15 or 1-16 Eagles team. I do think they get the win against the Jets as well. Sorry, Chris.
It's fine. It's okay.
You're 2 years away.
That's fine.
2 years away. Joe, Broncos.
Yeah, Vic Fangio at home against Jalen Hurts. Yeah, Denver. Saints, man.
So we have them being 3-14.
I think we need to find a win between Carolina, Atlanta, and the Raiders.
Chris, can you scroll down?
And the Lions.
I want to see what we picked with the NFC West.
The West is exactly.
We have San Francisco at 4-1.
We might need to reconsider what we're doing with San Francisco. Although I did pick them to win the division last night on the live show. So this is.
I mean, 4-1 is rich. If we wanted to find a win for Philly,
that's the one. Week 2 at home.
It's at home.
Like
it's a season opener.
I like switching.
We just got done talking about West Coast teams coming east.
Okay.
We have San Francisco at 3-2. Let's not pretend like we're being super disrespectful right now. 4-13.
Do you want to have them beating
Detroit,
Carolina, or Detroit?
We can have them beat Detroit and get.
Do you mean instead or just leave
in addition to? Are we okay? I'm comfortable. I mean, I don't think very highly of Jalen Hurts and what this team has like collectively.
Okay, well, let's put it this way. This is a direct indication of who's a better / worse team, Detroit or Philadelphia, because right now they have the same record and we have Detroit winning the game. If we feel like Philadelphia is a better team than Detroit, then we need to pick Philadelphia to win.
They're at least similar, and I like the quarterback and coaching staff more in Detroit.
And it's their home, right? So you give them the edge.
Then done.
Right. Then done.
All right, 4-13 Eagles.
4-13. So I will recap here. We did the NFC North and the NFC East, and obviously those games overlap with some other divisions. So right now we have Packers in first at 12-5 in the North, the Bears second at 8-9, the Vikings third at 7-10, the Lions in last at 4-13, and then in the East, the Washington football team at 11-6, the Cowboys at 8-9, the Jets 7-10, the Eagles at 4-13. We reserve the right at any given moment over the course of the next 6 weeks to change any of the results that you saw here tonight, because as we showed tonight, we are non-committal. But this is going to be the Thursday stream moving forward. I believe next week, guys, we're going to move to the AFC and do the South and the West. The two teams that we decided.
Yes. So lots to look forward there. Chris, appreciate you quarterbacking the show. We appreciate our friends at Mighty Swell for helping us do this. And we appreciate each and every one of you who stayed in tune for this little bit lengthy live stream. As Joe mentioned, as we do these, they will get quicker because more games are automatically picked because we are logging picks as we go. So Chris, getting a little love in the chat.
I know.
Right
It's
now,
very weird
which
from
is
the Dolphins
terrific.
fans.
Yeah,
it's great.
It's good to have you with us. And it's good to have everybody who tuned in with us as well. Cheers. Thanks as always for watching Draft Dudes live stream. Have a good one, guys.